ride bikes for different reasons. Some like the competitive side of cycling, others the adventurous spirit, some just to keep fit and healthy, or just the sheer joy of it.
Yeah, but riding in the winter, it can be a challenge. I mean, there's less daylight hours, there can be bad weather, and that can lead to lack of motivation to go out and ride our bikes. And if you're riding to lose weight or maybe maintain a healthy weight, well, this lack of motivation, it can have negative effects.
In this video, we're going to give you some tips and tricks to help maintain or even lose weight during these winter months. Motivation is absolutely key when it comes to losing weight. There are a few tips you can implement to make it that bit easier. One is to create goals. Don't make these goals too big. If they're too big, they become daunting and you'll actually go the other direction. Track your progress as well is a top tip. What I would do though is set out a diary, put it in your phone. That way you can keep motivated and striving in the right direction. If you're struggling with motivation, then come back to this point in the video. You can do it. I believe in you. Anything is possible. And before you know it, you'll have that summer bod and you'll be absolutely shredded. Right, off I go.
Now, if you are looking to lose a bit of weight throughout the winter, then you're going to need to maintain a calorie deficit. Now, that's going to involve burning more calories than you consume. So it does sound easy, but well, it's not, especially when you love food as much as I do. But one piece of advice I would give is try to identify those moments throughout the winter, because the winter months, well, we do like to indulge a little bit. It's colder outside and, well, we do end up eating a bit more than perhaps we need to. So try and identify the moments when you might indulge in a few biscuits in front of the TV on the sofa, or have that extra portion of pudding after dinner, like myself. Try to identify those moments and reduce them if you can. Now, for some people, it might be easier to track this with a fitness tracker, or maybe make sure you know how many calories you've actually burned out on your ride by using a power meter or a heart rate monitor to track those calories burned.
There are loads of different gadgets out there that can help monitor the calories you put into your body and the calories you burn. I tend to use a Whoop to keep track of how many calories I've been burning throughout the day. But there are other like iWatches or Fitbits. That way you know exactly how many calories you're burning so you can keep track of it. And also it might help you stay that little bit more motivated.
Try sleeping low. Sleeping low is a technique that I employed when I was riding, normally when I was doing periods of low intensity training. What it involves is having a low carbohydrate dinner that's protein rich, maybe increasing your protein content but reducing your carbohydrates. Then in the morning you don't have any carbs, so you'd have something like scrambled eggs or natural yogurt, maybe a black coffee as well, just to give you some extra motivation to get out on the bike. And then you do a 1 or 1.5 hour easy ride at a low intensity, come back and then resume your normal routine throughout the day. So eat as you usually would, but don't gorge either. Now, sleeping low isn't for everyone. It's something that's worth trying. It's not a magic bullet though, but if it works for you, then great. If it doesn't, then, you know, don't fret it.
It's not necessarily about how much you eat, but what you eat. Us cyclists tend to do regular exercise, meaning we need the carbohydrates to fuel our body throughout the day, and then proteins to rebuild those muscles we have broken down during training. Now, the common thought process is to go out and do lots of exercise and then not to eat. But what happens is we do a long ride and then we end up bonking, which is a cycling name for hitting the wall, running out of energy. And then we get home and eat all the leftovers in sight. Yeah, the leftover pizza, that pasta you had the night before, and those chocolates you got from Christmas back in 1970s. It's not what we want. What we want to do is drip feed that carb throughout your day. So eat while on your ride. Then when you get home, you can have a normal sized meal and not just scoff down everything you can get your hands on.
It can be confusing to work out how much to eat on a ride, depending on the different type of session that you're doing, be it a high or low intensity ride. But a generally good rule of thumb is to try and eat something every 30 minutes, be it a banana, an energy bar, maybe a rice cake. But try and keep that routine throughout the ride, and then you won't end up getting to a point where you feel really hungry. Another thing to bear in mind is to try not to let ourselves get carried away at the cafe, ordering lots of cakes, sitting down and, you know, going a bit wild, which is something I do sometimes as well. I think a good rule to try and live by is moderation. Moderation is key. If you are looking to lose weight, you don't always have to do lots of long hours. Short workouts work great as well. Now, we have plenty of short HIIT workouts on the channel which you can check out and see if any of them work for you. One of my personal favourite sessions is a short HIIT workout which involves 20 seconds max effort, 40 seconds recovery, repeat it 6 times and have 5 minutes rest and then do it again until you kind of feel the fatigue hitting, and you can add in some progressions as the weeks progress.
Now, it's worth mentioning you don't have to do a max effort everywhere to lose weight. Base miles, long endurance hours are actually really beneficial when it comes to shedding a few pounds because it's burning your fats. Now, if you don't have time to do a long endurance ride, what you could do is implement 2 one-hour sessions, one in the morning, one in the evening. That way you're getting the same benefits of the endurance ride without spending 4 or 5 hours on the bike.
Now, if you don't want to do this alone, or maybe you're struggling to make any progress, then we'd really recommend getting a qualified nutritionist because everyone's bodies are different. We all respond to things in different ways, and getting that experienced help can really make a difference.
We hope you found this video insightful and it's made losing those pounds that little bit easier.
Yeah, winter can be a tough time to kind of knuckle down and get the training done, but it's worth it when you get those summer smiles, isn't it?
Don't bring that quote in again, mate. It's too cheesy. Anyway, give this video a big thumbs up and let us know what you think in the comment section below. I did want to mention, mate, but I've got a puncher, so I might have to fix that. You up for it?
Yeah.